What's most exciting now is that real-time 3D is bringing industries together with Unreal Engine 5 as their common medium. Among game developers, 48% of announced next-generation console titles are powered by Unreal. Automotive designers, fashion designers, and architects are doing everything from design visualization to brand activations and entertainment crossovers. Film and television producers are using Unreal for virtual production on set and for final pixels on the movie screen. Then they're bringing their content to games and live events on a mass scale. We're seeing the emergence of a new medium connecting people around the world, live and shared experiences. Whoever you build today is a stepping stone to bigger things in the future, so come join us on the journey and we'll build this future together. Next up, I'd like to introduce Kim LeBerry, CTO of Epic Games.
Hello, everybody. I can't believe it's been 8 years since we shipped Unreal Engine 4, and 7 years since we made it free for everybody to use. Since then, we've seen huge growth in engine usage, spanning games as well as many other industries. This incredible journey has afforded us the opportunity to work with some of the best creators from all over the planet. It's the work which has driven us to keep pushing the envelope to the point where we are today, which is the release of Unreal Engine 5. One of the founding principles of the company is that we bring the lessons we learn from our own game development back into Unreal. The scale and success of Fortnite took that model to a whole new level. Putting all that work back into the engine has made Unreal Engine way better across all platforms. I joined Epic because I've always believed that real-time technology has the power to revolutionize the creative process across all industries. Being able to make instantaneous decisions within a near photoreal interactive environment is utterly transformative. It empowers you to make big changes to a scene and see them immediately in context. This is a better, quicker, and much more efficient way of creating content. And that's how the Matrix Awakens demo came about.
How do we know what is real?
I was fortunate enough to have worked on the first 3 Matrix movies at a time when visual effects was revolutionizing the movie business. Having the opportunity to work on another Matrix project and push technology yet again was really special. It was a privilege for us to bring the Matrix universe to a whole new generation of viewers and players. We wanted to show that high-end visuals at a massive scale were possible in a living, breathing, and believable open world. And we wanted to show that a player could be immersed in an exciting cinematic scene that would normally only be possible in a blockbuster film.
My pleasure.
What's been fantastic is seeing how a fully interactive set can change the process of filmmaking. In what can be described as life imitating art, we actually filmed the cinematic sections of the demo inside the Matrix City we had built, where our artists would drive cars, set up stunts, and place pyrotechnics all inside a fully simulated world. And because this is a simulation that can be recorded by Unreal, we can then place optimal cameras in the scene after the fact to give maximum cinematic impact. Unreal Engine 5 isn't just about making existing ways of doing things faster, it's about finding whole new approaches to transform the way content is made and experienced. Nanite micropolygon geometry allows for billions of triangles on the screen at any moment, and Luma's real-time global illumination enables highly realistic lighting. They combine together to generate real-time content at a level that would have seemed like magic only a few years ago. We wanted to create a large-scale city with fidelity and complexity beyond what is typical in an open-world game. And for this, we deployed procedural content creation techniques. Metahuman Creator and Quixel Megascans show how we're enabling creators to make very high-quality content more quickly than ever before. Pulling together the city for The Matrix Awakens and bringing it to life would have been impossible without these tools. Unreal Engine is revolutionizing how creators tell stories and how people experience them, enabling developers to leverage one set of assets for whatever type of content they can dream up, from games to linear animation and even to live-action shows and movies. One of the most important aspects of creating the Matrix Awakens demo was our commitment to release the city as a sample content. We want to show in a step-by-step manner how we created this world together, and to provide a starting point for others to make their own worlds, tell stories, even build new games on top of this incredible digital city. Unreal Engine 5 is the foundation of next-gen content creation. So what are you waiting for? Go make something amazing.
Starting today, it's never been easier to bring your creative vision to life. We built UE5 by looking at each individual aspect and asking ourselves, what technical hurdles can we remove to help developers put creativity first? We redesigned the Unreal Editor UI, making it easier to use with a streamlined, modern look, keeping you inside the 3D world that you're building. And we built tools for animation and modeling directly into the editor, enabling developers to fine-tune and iterate on content in context without round trips to external packages. Lumen frees developers to create dynamic worlds with high-quality global illumination. Nanite relieves developers from worrying about draw call, polygon, and memory budgets from a geometry perspective. And our new open world tools allow developers to collaborate in a single massive level. Having taken the plunge ourselves, you can be confident that UE5 is battle-tested and ready for production.
Hey everyone, Teddy here. High-quality photoreal content is incredibly expensive and time-consuming to create. Our mission is to bring you vast libraries of high-quality assets already made for you, and awesome tools for creating your own photoreal content and digital humans more quickly than ever before, so that you can concentrate on what matters most, creating amazing experiences. I founded Quixel over a decade ago with the vision to build Megascans, a massive library of ready-made photoreal assets to simplify digital world creation for developers, all built with state-of-the-art scanning technology. A single such asset contains millions of triangles, and in the past, making use of such high-fidelity content to create billion-polygon scenes was limited to the motion picture industry and could simply not be done in games. But now, with the advent of Unreal Engine 5 and Nanite micro-polygon geometry, it's finally possible to use this movie-quality content as is to create real-time experiences that are indistinguishable from reality, regardless of which industry you're in. When Quixel joined Epic, we immediately made the entire Megascans library free for use with Unreal Engine and started work on integrating it into the engine itself to enable you to use all of these incredibly high-fidelity assets directly in Engine. With the release of Unreal Engine 5, you can now access the world's largest library of the highest quality scans for free, fully Nanite compatible without ever having to leave the editor. With a simple drag and drop, you can instantly stream in full real Nanite content to build any world imaginable.
We've touched upon how great storytellers are turning to Unreal, and this applies to many different disciplines. Whether you're a game designer or a cinematographer, that common language, that real-time parlance, is Unreal Engine 5. Few people understand this better than Aaron Sims.
Unreal Engine 5 allows for a creative to be able to create anything that they've dreamed of into reality. After being in the industry for over 3 decades, I've seen a lot of changes in the visual effects industry. I've seen a lot of great innovations, but there's been nothing like Unreal Engine 5. I think it's still new to the community in some ways as far as looking at it as a storytelling tool. A lot of people think of it as a game tool or other things. And I think that there's so much capacity for storytelling. The great thing, again, about Unreal, it's a lot of fun to be able to play within that sandbox. And what's also important is to be able to have access to assets. The marketplace is a great resource. There's a lot of free content. And we, as a matter of fact, actually added to that library, and it's a creature from our film called the Eye Calendek. Metahumans created this ability to have an artist tell their story with a human character and believe them. The fact that the shaders and the textures, the skin, is very realistic. And even the hair and the eyes and everything have really taken the human character to the new level. When you thought about making a film or making a story, I think those limits that used to be, you can actually put those away. The fact that a small group of people can create stunning worlds that are believable and characters that have so much emotion and be able to tell compelling stories. There's nothing like Unreal Engine 5. It's an artist's dream.
Thank you, Tim. Thanks, Tim. And hi, everyone. I'm excited to get to show you some of the new experimental features we've been working on for Unreal Engine 5.2. Let's take a look. All right, so last year, we added several new features to the engine to support foliage rendering, and the Fortnite team used those features to ship Battle Royale Chapter 4. At the same time, Jacob over there and the team at Quixel were experimenting with what's possible for photoreal foliage environments, as well as testing out the latest functionality that we've been building for Unreal Engine. So, Jacob's here with us today in the Unreal Editor. Let's explore the environment. And what better way to do that than off-roading? And what better way to off-road than in a Rivian R1T? Now, Rivian uses Unreal to power their instrument cluster, including 3D visualization of their vehicles. So we worked with them to bring the R1T to life in this experience. Let's head on out, Jacob.
Sure thing, on my way.
All right. So we're building tools for interactive and dynamic worlds. So here we have chaos physics simulating rocks that tumble as we drive over them, leaves bend out of the way, and we also added some real-time fluid simulation. We worked with the team at Rivian to set up Unreal's Chaos vehicle model to simulate the suspension of the truck and how the electric motors drive each individual wheel. Chaos also simulates how the tires compress and deform, and Metasounds enabled the team to precisely resynthesize the sounds of the electric motors and mix them with the ambisonics of the jungle. In terms of performance, substrate materials that are similar to the current Unreal Engine shading model cost about the same. But now, artists have the freedom to author more complex materials for extremely detailed use cases, like in cinematics and in film. So we're going to drive under this fallen tree here, and everything that you've seen up to this point was painstakingly hand-built by the environment team at Quixel. Everything since that fallen tree has been built using our brand new experimental suite of procedural content generation tools, entirely an engine that are flexible, deterministic, and artist-driven. Our guiding principle in building these systems was to empower artists to make tools for artists. So Jacob's going to go ahead and add a procedural assembly to the world. And the cool thing is that it communicates. Thank you. Yeah. Pretty cool. And the cool thing is that it communicates with other nearby procedural elements in the scene, like the creek bed. So let's say a designer comes by, wants to direct the player to drive to the left. Jacob can simply move the assembly to the right, and everything updates to accommodate that change. Game design is iterative, so let's say the designer comes back, wants to give the player the choice of going left or right again. Jacob can simply move the assembly back over.
And beyond games, you're telling amazing stories across live action and animated entertainment. And to date, more than 550 television and film projects have been made with Unreal Engine in production.
Welcome to the Lords of the Fallen Technical Showcase. Here at Hexworks, our goal has always been to create the most immersive game experience possible. Today, we're journeying to Skyrest Bridge, one of the game's early locations, to demonstrate just some of the impressive ways Unreal Engine 5's state-of-the-art technologies have helped us deliver on this ambitious vision for our upcoming action RPG. We want players to feel fully immersed in our world by playing as their own unique virtual persona. To achieve this, we've used a combination of technologies, including 3D scans of real people and UE5's own character customization tech. Being able to customize your hero in Lords of the Fallen is only the beginning. Each and every one of our characters is incredibly detailed, using high-resolution textures. Get up close to any surface in the game, like this tunic for example, and detailed texturing provides incredible levels of micro-detailings. Perhaps the most important element of Lords of the Fallen is the ability to travel between two worlds. The realm of the living, Axiom, and the realm of the dead, Umbral. We've created our own custom toolset within UE5 that allows us to intricately craft these two environments side by side and seamlessly swap between them. This means our artists and designers can ensure these worlds feel intrinsically linked, like two sides of the same coin, even if one side is decidedly more horrific than the other.
Wow, it's great to be back after 4 years. It's good to see you all. So, it's been 2 years since we released MetaHuman Creator. This cloud-hosted tool allows you to create photorealistic digital humans for your game or experience, with the simplicity of an RPG character creator, yet with a level of realism and customization that you've never seen before. Our community has created millions of metahumans for their Unreal projects, and the work we've seen has been unbelievably breathtaking. And I'm sure a bunch of you in the audience are actually making metahumans as well. Let's take a look at some of this work.
Man, was that cool. All right, let's talk about the future of our creator marketplaces. We all know one of the biggest challenges in game development is the time and cost associated with making great art and visually stunning environments. Now, we've seen that by giving you access to high-quality, game-ready assets like Quixel Megascans, world building can be faster, more efficient, and more economical. The resulting explosion of creativity that we've seen from our Unreal Engine developer community has been awesome. In fact, it's inspired us to double down on a mission that started several years ago. Since the launch of Unreal Engine Marketplace in 2014, we've been working to aggregate and organize all the world's best digital assets for you to use in your work. In 2018, we joined forces with Quixel, whose Megascans have now been downloaded over 40 million times. In 2021, ArtStation became part of the Epic family, and we welcomed a community of the world's best digital artists who've since uploaded nearly 12 million projects to the site. Later that same year, Sketchfab joined Epic and now has more than 10 million registered users who are using the platform to discover, share, and manage 3D models on the web. Now, each of these businesses has their own unique superpowers. Incredible content, of course, vibrant communities, and killer capabilities. We're now working to bring all this together into a unified offering. Let's take a look. Later this year, we'll be merging our content offerings into a new unified creator marketplace called Fab. Built on the strong foundation of Sketchfab.com, we're going to drop the Sketch and go all in on Fab. Fab will be an open marketplace serving the entire digital content creation industry. That means we're going to offer assets for all game engines, all digital content creation tools, and metaverse-inspired open worlds. So whether you're a studio making a blockbuster game or a movie, or you're a player building your first island in Fortnite, our goal is to bring you everything you need to build your world in one place. We'll have 3D models, materials, sound, plugins, animations, visual effects, and more. Fab will be the new home of Quixel Megascans, Metahumans, and other incredible Epic content designed to push the limits of what's possible. We'll also bring you the high-quality assets and environment packs from leading art studios, AAA game developers, media companies, and even musicians who are taking fan engagement to the next level. Now, it's no longer just major studios who are driving our industry forward. World building has become accessible to everyone. And we're seeing this today with tens of millions of new creators building awesome experiences in Fortnite, Roblox, Minecraft, and other open worlds. This is increasing the demand for ready-to-use content and it's creating an exciting new opportunity for asset creators to reach massive new audiences. We believe an open and fair marketplace where artists and developers can come together to buy and sell assets is essential to the creation of the emerging metaverse. Now, we're going to keep you posted over the course of the next several months as this rolls out, and we're looking forward to partnering with you all to make this an industry-wide success.
And it's another milestone on the path to a new kind of entertainment medium, which science fiction literature calls the metaverse. Because there's a crazy amount of hype around this whole topic, I'd like to step back and take a long-term look at what we see here. And at the core of it is some very real growth, starting with Fortnite's 70 million monthly active users, Roblox's 250 million monthly active users, Minecraft's 100 million, and PUBG Mobile and Apex Legends, and numerous other metaverse-inspired games, is leading to an identifiable audience today of over 600 million active users in these virtual worlds. And it's on a growth trajectory that will put it at billions of users by the end of this decade. And so we can set aside the crazy hype cycle around NFTs and VR goggles. These technologies may play a role in the future, but they are not required. This revolution is happening right now. And all of these are on-ramps to the future metaverse. And we really think that over the next decade, today's separate apps and ecosystems are going to join together to form tomorrow's open metaverse. And because the last couple of decades have been about walled gardens, walled gardens, walled gardens, let's back up and talk about how open systems have successfully come about in the past. This last happened really big time back in the early 1980s and 1990s when the open internet was built. Back in those days, there were a bunch of closed networks at different companies and universities that couldn't talk to each other. And so the industry got together and defined open standards to connect these closed networks into one big open network. They connected email systems by putting the @ sign in email addresses so people on one service could communicate with people on other services. And then they began to define open standards like JavaScript and HTML for the open internet so that any user could participate. And the rule at that point was that any company could connect as an equal into the system just by following the open standards. Now let's talk about what this means for the open metaverse of the future. We have the opportunity to take all of these different online ecosystems for gaming, like consoles and publishers, and connect them together into a single place where anybody can talk to anybody else. We have the opportunity to turn today's game engines into tomorrow's metaverse browser engines. What a user would really like is to be able to buy a cool-looking outfit in one place and take it everywhere they go. And as we were designing this new Fortnite creator economy, one of the things we were constantly thinking about is how this could, in the future, be connected into an open metaverse economy. And this gets us to a really key question here, and that is, who is going to build the metaverse in the future? And we believe the answer has to be all of us together. It has to be a combination of indie game developers together with AA and AAA game developers, and Fortnite creators and Minecraft creators and Roblox creators, each bringing their best specialized knowledge to the new world. And brands like Disney and Ferrari and Ralph Lauren, who have already experienced the metaverse through crossovers with Fortnite, we think this is just the very beginning of a very long-term opportunity for all these companies to have a much larger presence in the digital world, in which it becomes a major and first-class business line for all of them. Future open metaverse will be about musicians and music labels and film and television studios who are using virtual production today to build world-class photorealistic content, being able to bring it and launch it playably in the metaverse, timed together with their film and television experiences in an endless stream of awesome entertainment content that's open to everybody to participate in. And we believe the metaverse has to be open. It can't be another Monopoly's walled garden. And Epic is all in on this. We went from the pandemic to the tech downturn, the crypto implosion, and now banks are failing. And it's a really crazy time again, but we're investing very heavily in the future with the belief that companies who invest now through these hard times are going to come out the strongest company in the future. And this project, to build this all out into an open system, is going to take most of the decade. And that is the journey from Unreal Engine 5 to Unreal Engine 6 that will happen over this time period. It is the same journey to the open metaverse.